Now, what's up, fan bam? What's up, guys? Welcome into the chat. Welcome to Chris Mizo stream. If you're unfamiliar with who I am, we're talking about PCs and tech. As you see behind me, I got the 270K. Haven't really got to do any benchmarks, but I am excited to announce we can give a shot in some on how the benching will do. What's up, Tech Notes? Good to see you. Let me see if I can get this streamer bot up here working for you guys. Let me resource that. Here we go. There we go. And hopefully that should work. And let me try that again. Perfect. So as we got the 270K, haven't really got to do any testing recently just because we have been really busy with the editing, unfortunately, but I am excited to really start to put some benchmarks on here. I think the Discord, oh really? It's not working anymore? Let me see. Let me give it a shot. No, it seems like it is working. I just gave it a shot. It seems like it does open up. What's up, Wasabi? Good to see you guys. And back here, I actually got the 270K pretty much hooked up to this stream. So we're gonna actually run some Cinebench on it to see how it runs. Because I am curious. I got to just kind of set up like a whole nother scene so that way we can do so. Let's see. I'm gonna call this the 270K, and then we could actually run some different benchmarks on it, like Cinebench. And I still gotta download a bunch of them. Unfortunately, I only got Cinebench on there so far, so I'm sure you guys are curious about it. Really, the invite. Oh, where did you see? What's up, Havy? Where did you end up seeing the invite that was invalid? Was it the one in the link? I just clicked the one in the link. Just hit for anybody that is on, it should work on YouTube as well. I think, I forget if it's completely fixed because I think YouTube doesn't allow links, but I know for sure on Twitch it works. I highly suggest going over to the Twitch end and put exclamation point Discord, and that will give you the Discord link. And then once that comes out, click the link and it should allow you into the server here. Congrats on the video, phenomenal content. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Really enjoyed it while you're eating breakfast. That's great to hear. Man, it was, I gotta say, like, it's pretty funny when you do when you're editing during a stream. Oh, wait. I just realized that, guys. Let me see. Yeah, this social stream's being a bit crazy right now. So let me try this again. I'm going to exit out of here and see if I can get this to work here. Because I just noticed the chat isn't coming up as it should. Watching building the PC makes me want to build it. Yeah, it does, right? It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to build a PC for sure. There we go. Hopefully that's going to come up here. Hopefully it's going to act right. I'm definitely excited for the second one. And the volumes, yeah, it's been really weird. I feel like everything's been weird recently. Let me try this. Oh, I know why. There we go. There we go. Now it should be much better and much louder. I do apologize about that. Latest OBS update. Probably exactly what the problem is. That has to be. It has to absolutely be. Hey, you know, the funny thing is, right before I updated OBS, I thought, I hope this doesn't mess up the stream. And of course, it kind of acts crazy like this. How's everyone feeling about the whole announcement of AMD's announcement here? Are you guys excited for it? Are you guys excited for the 9950X 3D2? It's currently priced at $899 at MSRP, but as we all know, with the current price upticks, it's going to run closer to probably $900, as we all know. Just as Takuma. Yeah, so there's going to be a 9950X 3D2. That was announced like probably about like a couple weeks ago. They mentioned the specifications for it. It has 2 V-cache. I agree with Sabi. I 100% agree. There's always something up when it comes to OBS. But yeah, for anybody that is trying to get into Discord, I highly recommend going to the Twitch side and just type in !Discord, and that will give you the clickable link so that way you can join in. That, or you can go into my website, go to www.chrismizo.com and just click the Discord link. Sorry, Chris, any news from ASUS regarding the X870E gaming motherboard? When I did reach out to them, I believe it's going to end up more closer to the summertime. I'm going to reach out again because one of the guys, I felt kind of bad because when I reached out to him, he's out on vacation. So I'll try to reach him like once he gets back. He's gonna be out for a little while. So I have the 9950X 3D. I bought it for $675, not worth $225 difference in performance. Not to mention after taxes, it's $1,000. Yeah, some people might not be too happy with it. Him that was complaining about the stream or it's yeah, I can see it. I mean, it's acting crazy. And the good news is, if anyone is curious about the 270K, we do have it hooked up. I'm going to run like a Cinebench on it. Love how the PC looks though. I can't wait to share it with you guys as I was trying to set that up so that way you guys can get to enjoy the wonderful stream. What's up, Z-Man? Great to see you. Glad to see you guys as always. And if you have any questions about the 270K, you can feel free to ask. Or if you're doing any PC build, if anyone's just coming in for that, curious about Cinebench numbers, we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna run like a good, decent, probably like how's like a 10-minute test on Cinebench sound. That's what I'll probably do. I'll run a 10-minute test to see how it can attest to, like if it can be able. That's what we're about to do. Actually, I actually got it hooked up right now. Build and what did I miss about the so the 9950X 3D2 is still coming out on the 22nd. Unfortunately for the cost, it's going to be $899.99 for this processor. If the retailers decide to put it out at that price, more than likely they're not. Expect it to be priced at like around $900. Somebody just actually mentioned on the post that they saw it for at $950. But we'll check it out. I mean, I've been checking consistently with Micro Center to try to get it. But unfortunately, I don't think they do any more of those pre-orders. They used to do pre-orders where you could pick it up in store and be able to pick it up. So I may have a terrible idea. Craving for the Hyperion is making me steer towards a build with the ROG build. Hey, that's not a bad idea. If you're going to a Hyperion, you'll actually love their new motherboards. They are awesome, especially if you tried to go with their whole their Neo side. If you get a Neo motherboard and you get a say an ASUS AIO, that's going to be pretty dope because you don't have to worry about hooking up any extra wires. It makes it much more easier. But I do like the idea. If you do it, please let us know. So hyped for the 270K. Do you have any numbers? You know, I'm glad you're asking. Pretty soon I'm going to actually bench it. I'm going to bench it live on stream, guys. Ain't no way I'd pay that much more for any PC part. I get it. It's expensive. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone that's just gaming on their PC. The 9950X 3D certainly really stresses. I'm going to show it to you guys real quick, in fact. Let me bring it down here, and I want to share with you how it looks like. Now, let's see. I'm going to show you the post that I saw it in. Let's see. Here it is. And we're going to go up here onto 1X here. No, Neo motherboards, the whole build will cost me. Oh, man, yeah. It's going to be expensive. That's the one negative thing if you do choose to go that route. No problem, AV. I got you. Wasabi, check out Gamers Nexus on the 270K. I bet it's just 285 because it's just older. Just watch the video. Hey, do you know if there's... So, if you're curious, I will be doing these type of tests. In fact, the Intel build actually has CL38. I have multiple different type of RAM here. So I got CL32, I got CL30. We'll run different tests. But you'll see a little difference in latency. I don't believe it's going to affect most gamers out there. In fact, if you just game on your PC and you don't care to have the top frames, like you don't care about trying to hit 330 frames, then it's more than likely not going to matter as much to you. Sure, it's ideal to get CL30 if you can get it, but sometimes the only availability that you have around you is going to be like CL38, CL40. Yeah, I know. RAM times, right? The most common RAM that you currently hear about is CL36 now. So I'm going to show you what one of the guys here, David McAfee of AMD, what he had announced here, which was the AMD 9950X 3D. So what he stated was that this is the world's first 3D V cache. So technology desktop processor, as we all know, as it was announced. Of course, 9950X 3D too. So they're making it sound very catchy because it's a dual edition and it's going to be like one of those special editions from AMD. Now it's available on April 22nd, so we know that. But the key here is the price, $899. So when they say $899, it's never truly $899. It's always going to be a bit more, unfortunately. That's just the way things are. Depending on the retailer, if it's $899, more than likely it'll be actually like the $950 even. So some may even charge $979, some even up to $1,000, depending where you purchase from. Now, it is a workstation. This is what they emphasize here, is that it is a workstation class performance, and it meets AM5. So this is meant to spend on a processor. If you're looking for top class performance from your processor, where it's similar to something like a high-end desktop processor, such as something like a Threadripper or something that has multi-cores. This is what they emphasize. You get workstation use out of it. So they make sure everyone, yeah, I think so too. A Threadripper is even much more. If you're curious about a Threadripper, you could spend a ton of money, especially if it's a 9990X. That thing is going to be quite expensive. You're talking like close to like about 6,000-7,000, even ranging up to all the way to the 10,000 range if you're talking about workstation usage. So, but built for developers and content creators tackling complex workloads and massive data sets. And the reason why they include a massive data sets is it's to also include for those who are also interested in the whole AI side of things. Now, this is what the 9950X 3D2 will feature. Now, here, let me show you a website, in fact. Now, BH Photo. Now, for anyone that is interested, I heard that they have it. So, the 9950X 3D2, they have it. See? You can actually get notified when it's available. But they price it at $949. So, unfortunately, you can't just pre-order it just quite yet. It's not available in that sense. I've been keeping a close eye, and the reason why it's not available here yet is because they still have their whole thing going on their Passover holiday, which they usually shut the website down. Either B&H or Adorama, they're most known for this. But anyway, in order to get this, more than likely expect to spend $949 or even up to $1,000. Now, Micro Center, I do expect it. My PC broke 10K because of all of it. That's insane. But if you are trying to get your hands on it, I highly suggest going to like Micro Center in the morning if you're trying to get it, because I believe there's going to be a very limited supply. I don't like the look of it right now, because if you go to Micro Center to look for the 9950X 3D2, it's practically non-existent. We can't get our hands on it, just not quite yet. I have my location enabled, so we know it's my local Micro Center. I suggest anybody to do the same if you are trying to get the 9950X 3D2. Now, I don't suggest anybody, just anyone, just trying to get it, especially if you're just gaming on your PC. That's just going to be completely unnecessary. And you're just going to be, you might as well just go for the 7800X 3D, which is half the price, even less than half the price, in fact, and you will just be just as satisfied. Now, this is meant for those who are trying to do it, like, for example, you are a streamer and gamer at the same time, because it's a bit more complex in that sense. You're going to need you're going to take advantage of it because of the multi-core workloads. Now, what makes me really curious about this is that it's dual Vcache. Because it's dual Vcache, is it going to really negate the whole multitasking ability that the 9950X 3D can do? Because just imagine if the 9950X 3D can outperform the 9950X 3D too, and that would look pretty bad. So is the supply for the 270K still not good? It's kind of rough. In fact, I just went to go check it out. Newegg actually has it sold out. In fact, let me check. You know, I haven't checked Micro Center in a little bit. So for them, it keeps consistently say coming soon from what I've seen. And now they just only show, let's go to include out of stock items. It's really bad for the 270K. So if anybody does get their hand on it, consider yourself really lucky. I can't believe how hard it is to get. I thought it was going to be actually one of those easier processors to get, because that's why I was like, let me just stream on Saturday. Let's do a Micro Center stream. We'll go to set on Saturday. No problem. We'll get our hands on the 270K and we can start to build. But unfortunately, as we've seen, that was not the case. We had to end up delaying the build for at least like almost 5 days, unfortunately. But at least it's finally put together and we can actually benchmark it to see how well it actually performs. So Flapjack says, I got CL36 with my 32 gigabyte DDR5 before I understood CL with OLED and 9850X 3D, and I think that makes up for any latency from, and that's true. So anybody that does have an X3D processor, it does help the latency when it comes to the RAM. Reason being because you have the L3 cache that really contains a lot of the data from the game. So usually what happens is the temporary cache will end up transferring over to the RAM side because it gets full. Because X3Ds contain so much cache and availability, it gives more flexibility and more speed to your game. So that's why you get better frames usually from X3D processors. Now, usually if you go to say a 270K, you're going to have a smaller cache, and then it's going to go near pretty much immediately to the RAM to pretty much compensate for what is filled up on the processor side. So currently using the 7800X3D, and I'm really liking it. Want to switch to Intel? Really? I'm not. I got to ask you, what's the reason why you want to switch over to Intel? So I checked both Amazon, Germany, and Italy. Still no. That's rough. It's really true what they said. They said, "Oh, does anybody think?" I'm going to throw a poll out here real quick, because I know this is like another crazy conspiracy theory, and I know everybody's probably thinking the same exact thing. Do you feel like, in a way, I know we get sick and tired of talking to RAM and SSDs because we all know that hardware's up, and it doesn't seem like it's coming back down anytime soon. So I do want to poll everybody. Do you think that this whole CPU shortage that is currently going on, do you think this is man-made? And I'm going to put out the poll for everybody out there to answer it and let me know what your thoughts are. Do you believe that the CPU shortage is man-made? So I'm going to throw that poll out there, and it will be up just shortly here. Let me just fix this here real quick. There we go. Okay, so poll is going up. Oh, wait. Where'd my poll go? Oh, okay. It's available there. There you go. So do you believe that the CPU shortage is man-made? If you do, feel free to put 1 or 2. So TechNote says you're not going to gain just as much due to latency between both CCDs transferring information. Yes. It's so great. I'm glad that you explained it. Now the Intel Xeon is the flagship processors, the Granite Rapid workstation lineup launched quarter 1. Yeah, it's going to be freaking crazy. And that, that makes a big difference when you do have physical cores compared to just having hyper-threading and SMTs. It does help a lot in that sense. So I'd like to game on that and get a 5090. So far, we got a lot of people thinking it's pretty much man-made. Because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, how do we run out of processing wafers? It's completely different from RAM. It's not the same exact wafers that they use, or HBMs, or when it comes to VRAM, it's completely different. I have no idea how those things work, so I get it. It's the difference is it's a different type of cut, a different type of node. TSMC is the one that usually deals with it. Intel copying NVIDIA's strategies. Yes. Make it seem that the supply is low so the demand rises. Marketing strategy 101. Thanks to NVIDIA. So if you guys are also curious, I do got the... let me actually set this up. You're going to see a blank screen for a minute because I didn't have it quite set up. So just give me a moment. I'll get this all set up here, which is I'm going to add this. Hello there. So I'll add me right here, and I got to, of course, add the chat box. Might as well I should have just duplicated a tab. It would have made a lot more sense. Let me see if I could just do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to add the other PC, which is the 270K. 270K. And let's see. There we go. And that's Cinebench. We got Cinebench up here. And we're going to expand this so you guys can see it. I apologize for the... Actually, I got to adjust it here. It looks like it's a little bit off on this side of OBS here. I apologize for that. Let me just... I know it's on an ultra wide, so work with me here. Okay. There we go. So as you see, we got the 270K pretty much up and ready to go. So let me just bring up the chat box, of course. Oh, now I'm covering my face. Oh, my fault, guys. All right, so let me bring this up here. And I'm going to add everybody in. So I apologize for this small inconvenience. And let me see. There we go. I'm bringing you guys in. Thank you for subscribing, Elvin. Let me see. Where do I have it? It's weird how things just go missing here at times. There we go. Oh, not this. There we go. Oh, and I gotta adjust it for you guys over on the vertical side. I just remember that. There we go. So right now I'm just adjusting for you guys so that way you can see it. And I'm just putting the chat in. So I got you guys too. But at least you guys can see it. There we go. Perfect. You have, yes, the 5070 Ti is in it. Yes, so we can actually start testing it. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to set the preferences right now on timing here. We're going to go, let me adjust that so I can see it. We are going to go advanced benchmark. We're going to do 10-minute testing. So what do you say, guys? Should we go single or should we go multi-core testing? Who is curious? What's up, Steve? Glad to see you in here. So which one should we do, guys? What do you feel? What type of action should we go ahead and take advantage? I'll put you guys up here. It just makes more sense. So that way you guys can see. Oh, thank you. Thanks to my wife, she brought me some wonderful tea. Actually, I should put the poll up, right? It would make more sense. Let me see. Okay, single or multi-core. So I'm going to throw the poll up there. She does. She knows I get thirsty. Let me see. Okay, I'm about to put the poll up there, guys, for you, so that way you can vote. Let's see, poll. Where are you? There you go. There we go. Single or multi-core, I should put it there. And oh, you can put it. Yeah, 2 of them. Okay, so I know it's a little bit tough over here on the oh, I just realized something. That was kind of dumb. There you go. So far we got, oh, I apologize. So let me fix that. Let me fix this. I apologize for this. I should have asked this. Which benchmark? You're going to see me type it in real time. Which benchmark? A single? Multi-core. Okay. Now, there we go. That makes more sense. Yes for single. That isn't yet. No. You got me, Flapjack. Interesting. A lot of interesting thoughts here on the single. Multi. We got a tie. We have a tie so far. Who's going to break it? Who's going to break the tiebreaker here? Single or multi-core? We're going to run a Cinebench benchmark here to see how well it runs. It's going to run for roughly about 10 minutes, and we're going to see what the score is going to be. So we got multi-core. Okay. Okay. So I'll tell you what. I will completely close this poll about 7:20. I think that should be good. And let me move this out the box. I'm sure you guys are excited to see what this is capable of here. Well, since it's Intel, do multi-core. Okay. So far, we got multi-core winning. So I'll let you guys vote on this. And of course, we can come back to the Cinebench. We'll just give it just 4 more minutes. How's that sound? That way we can have everybody get their opinion in on this. Yes, for production. This would be production-wise since it's on Cinebench. And then I'm also going to, I gotta check out my list because I got a long list to do when it comes for benching. If you ever come across the 5080 Astral, let me know. Okay, yeah, for sure. I'll let you know. Open box, okay. And strong emphasis on 5080 open box for Astral. Okay, yeah, just I'll Discord you if I get any connections for that. I think that's where the 270K is going to shine. I agree. Multi-core. Seems like multi-core is certainly the one that's pulling. So if it's me in your shoes, I want it maybe if they release a super version of the 6000 series card. You know, the crazy part, does anybody really think that they're still going to end up pushing like a 5000 series GPU? Like a super series? Or do you think they completely abandoned that project? Like, do you think they're just going to skip straight to the 6000 series? Because I have a feeling, not AMD, I have a feeling NVIDIA is going to be that way. And I feel like AMD is going to jump right into next gen themselves. Because, I mean, the rumors are that AMD already has RDNA 5 on its way. But they already made the deal with PlayStation that it's going to have RDNA 5. Same thing with the Xbox. I have an i9 13900K, 64 gigabytes of DDR5, 5070. I game at 1440p. Is a no. 9950 XTRD is not going to be. It is an upgrade. Don't get me twisted. It's absolutely an upgrade, but it's not going to be. You're gaming at 1440, so you're probably taking quite a bit of advantage of the 13900K as it is. If you're just gaming, it's not going to be a large changeover. But if anything, I would suggest like going up, maybe upgrading your graphics card, sell your 5070, get a 5070 Ti instead. Then you'll see a change. You'll see a little change there. We all just gotta wait for AI to run its course. I think before, yes. I think we're all praying that AI just pretty much crashes to the ground at this point. I think it's honestly always going to be around. We all know it's going to stay around. It's just going to, the importance of the idea, the fascination, the remote, what's the word? The romance of AI is just completely going to end up tithering away. I just got the CPU, and any recommendations to optimize and overclock the 270K plus. Now, if you plan on overclocking, do it one step at a time, please. Don't just immediately throw high numbers on it. Just give it like 100 megahertz boost, like for a regular, just on its regular clock to see how well it handles it, and then you stress test it. It's now I'm not saying that when you do overclock, if anybody does any overclocking, make sure you have sufficient cooling first off. Make sure your cooling is sufficient enough for overclocking, and then you want to push it. And then you have to really be patient, because it's not, overclocking is not going to be fast. It's a long, tedious project. For you to overclock properly, start off with that, and then you work your way up on other ideas there. Like, you first start off on its regular base clock, then you could do the pretty much the boost clock a little bit, but that's all there is really to it. It's not really much, especially with the 200S boost that it already has in the BIOS. They make it much more simpler now, for sure. The other day, I saw the Astro 5 5080 refurbished on sale for $900, and that's honestly not that bad. That's which Micro Center was this? A 270K will shine as a multi-use CPU. I agree. Yeah, it's no problem, Shinome. I'm on a 1440p on 12600KF. Won't benefit from a CPU upgrade. Yeah, I mean, yeah, at 1440p, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be much of a difference unless you choose to upgrade graphics. Okay, so it looks like the poll has concluded. We're going to run a multi-core test first. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to run the multi-core test, everybody. So I'll close this poll. All right, so let's see. We'll start multi-core. Hopefully it runs at 10 minutes like it should. All right, let me get out of this here. Okay, here we go. There we go. A little bit of latency. No, I don't want this. There we go. The freaking Microsoft hello screen keeps popping up. It's annoying. The little side notification panel that they keep trying to force on everybody. They just somehow make you more annoyed at Windows at times. Oh, you know what I should have threw up there too? I should have. It just reminded me. Let me see. Let me see if I can get both of them to show up here. Of course, I got to put this up here. I don't know if it's going to show through OBS, but I'm going to work on it right now. Thank you, Wasabi, for coming in. I do appreciate you, as always. Bench press it next. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here, and I just got to open up another OBS. Hopefully this doesn't affect the test. Now the test can be a little affected due to OBS, but not by much. So I'm going to add another window capture here. And I want to capture hardware info. There we go. How's that, guys? Can you guys see it clearly? I hope it's clear. But on my end, it looks like it's not very clear. Waffle Skater, what's up? Thank you. Round game. Just like 285K is a gem behind. You know, imagine how those 285K users feel right now. That this like processor comes out like so much cheaper compared to the 285K now, which is insane, right? I just imagine you spent like almost $600 on a processor. I'm glad. Thank you. Steamed jumbo shrimp with cabbage. Oh, nice. That sounds good. I love jumbo shrimp. Is everybody here, do they love seafood? I gotta know. Are you a seafood person? I'm gonna throw that up. That's a good poll to throw up there for everybody. Do you like seafood? Do you like seafood? I've been like really craving it too. Oh yeah, it's amazing. I love red snapper. Fish tacos are amazing. White meat fish. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yes. If that poll's too big, I apologize. I'll make it a bit smaller for you guys. I don't want it to get in the way of the whole. I'll put it here. How's that? And for you vertical guys, I'll put it down here. There you go. If it's too fish, like salmon. Like I know that's a big thing. That's like a hit or a miss. Some people love salmon, some people hate it. Some people really don't like salmon. Man, that CPU is pushing. So it's getting as hot as like between 70, 73. The hottest it reached was about 88 degrees. But that was probably just, it looks like that was a temperature spike when it hit 88. Really? Salmon's your favorite? I'm stuck in the middle. I like what I like, but I don't eat much variety in seafood often. I get it. Salmon on red snapper is no for me, but cod, pollard, and grouper is fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're all decent fish. How about like Pacific salmon is great there. It's a difference between I agree. Definitely. Grouper is my favorite. Yes. I could see that being a favorite because it's not that strong of a smell. And you know the crazy thing is they say about cod is it's like practically like lobster of a like the fish of lobster, you know? I have salmon every week, either with noodles or rice. Two nice juicy fillets, top shelf stuff. Oh, nice. Crawfish and oysters. You know, not a lot of people are fans of crawfish like that. Oysters. Yeah. If I eat oysters, some people might not be a big fan of it, but I prefer it a little bit raw. I prefer it raw, not a little bit, but I prefer it raw with some hot sauce. Like a little hot sauce, it's amazing. I feel that's really good. Well, I know some people, I could see why people might not like it. It looks gooey. I had tuna paste last night. Thought it looked, and lots of cheese. Oh, I love cheese. Nothing wrong with tuna pasta. Let's see how these numbers are looking here. Since I can see it nice and clear on this side here. Averaging about like 74, that looks like. Well, 72. Average is 72. CPU package, which is important. That's the one you want to watch for. It's reaching about 81 degrees. I will eat any seafood, even squid or seaweed. You know, I'm a big fan. One thing I miss in Japan is onigiri. I really miss eating onigiri. It's just so good and it's not expensive. It's really cheap. I forget, I love brim too, but that's fresh. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. We used to play Call of Duty at work, and the secret signal was a pizza. Oh, yeah, that's what it would be. That's pretty funny. It makes sense, though. I get it. I like the idea, though. So my biggest thing is we would have to get like pretty much our own router. We gotta have like a hotspot for us to do it. If we were to be able to play like something like Call of Duty, unless you were playing the mobile game Call of Duty, I get that. Because we all thought about like getting like portable PC handhelds and just like hotspotting, just like find a room and just like hotspot. Can probably play as a COD and COD. I have a degrading i9 13900K, and I was thinking of switching to AM5, the 9950X 3D2, but I have a spare LGA 1851 motherboard. So I want to try to wait for Nova Lake. See here, Shinome. Let me tell you real quick. When it comes to the 1851, unfortunately, the 270K is going to be the last of its kind. I don't think they're going to touch on Arrow Lake refresh after this. They're more than likely going to focus into Nova Lake, which is going to actually be a whole different socket, which is LGA 1954. So it actually contains a little bit more pins compared to, of course, 1851. So if you are planning to switch, what I would recommend to do is I would recommend on selling your older motherboard, your 1851, not really older, but the one that you have spare of. What's up, Hidden Bull? What's going on? I would suggest selling it. Or if you plan on using it, you can go right ahead. You can get the 270K to see how you like it. But of course, I know you're probably wanting to take advantage of the one monster, or you can even have up to 52 cores, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, so 270K is going to be the last of its kind. It makes me wonder if they would do something like a 270KS or something, but I don't think so. I feel like this is it. I think the 270K is going to be pretty much the end of line for when it comes to LGA 1851. So if you do want to move into the next generation of Intel, unfortunately, you're going to have to change out a motherboard. There is a plus for, yes, 270K and the 270K plus. This one specifically, the 270K plus. Yes. So you want to make sure to, if you're looking for more multitasking ability, you want the plus. And usually that gives you more of the ability of like different things like overclocking, if that is what you're looking for. But you want to get like a high, when it comes to Intel, you want to have one of those higher, uh, the higher speeds when it comes to memory. You want to have like 8,000, even up to like 8,600 megatransfers if you get it, because that can actually increase and help your gameplay and everything. But again, really the key to everything besides the processor and the RAM is going to be the GPU as well. Mm. Speaking of which, I have to find my solid state drive, which I have it here. So that way I can start transferring all the files and see how well it benches. Of course, I'm going to make a video on this, like on how well the processor will withstand. And I'll compare it next to a 9800 X3D to just see how well it compares. Now, the motherboard's going to be different as well, I can say. The motherboard will be different when I do run the test. For when it comes to the 9800 X3D, obviously, it would be on the X870E Hero, Crosshair Hero, to see how well it can perform against each other. Now, I'm going to give it its disadvantages, like, and see how well it withholds, but it's going to be a lengthy benchmark test because I want to get as close numbers as I can to see which one is truly better. I know it's a dead platform now, but at least I don't have to break the bank and save up for Nova Lake. I get it. That for sure I get. We go on this one instead here. I'm gonna increase it like that. And let me move the featured chat here. Right there. I have the AMD version of the. Oh, really? Then you can definitely let us know, like the type of. Have you run Cinebench on yours, Hidden Bull? Just out of curiosity, like because I'm curious what type of numbers that it gets. Just joined this stream. I'm a pro 2D animator and want to build a workstation, but I can't find too much info on workstations for 3D game development. Yeah, you're not going. Unfortunately, you're not probably going to see a lot, but I can definitely share with you. What? So what type of? So it sounds like you're looking for pretty much a PC that can really run those. I want to. Oh yeah, sure. That's a good idea. I'm curious how fast Intel NVMe RAID 0 will be on Intel. Oh yeah. It's going to be a difference. With the last BIOS update, mine's got faster, 1 gigabytes per second. So they must, yeah, they probably did. Usually, AMD's RAID has been like kind of infamous on that. So if you, that's why I usually recommend, unless you're using like a Threadripper where you can take full advantage of it. Of course, there's always going to be negatives on both platforms. But if RAID is important, then it's more than likely better to go onto an Intel platform if that's what you're looking for. Look at the temps, 73 degrees Celsius. That is low. You don't, yeah, exactly. It's super low for what it is. Let me see. I was looking to buy a RX 9070 XT, but the 57. Yes. So ideally, for you good vibes, I recommend using a Intel processor with a NVIDIA GPU. This is like the standard, especially if you're going for something like animation. It just works better. And of course, if you use Adobe, I'm assuming, or if you use say what's the other one? Not Blender. There's another one. But if you're using these platforms, 3D Max is the other one I was thinking of. If you're using them, it's better to use a Intel processor mixed with a NVIDIA GPU. AMD is much better for those who are looking for more of like a gaming platform. But of course, unless you have if you have much more money to spend on a PC build, You could really go like Threadripper, but again, that's workstation usage. And that's if you're trying to look for more efficiency. Of course, Intel has their version, and it sounds like do you have a RAID setup on yours as well, or no? You don't bother with RAID, or excuse me, or do you use a NAS system? In fact, because I know some will use the NAS system to be a bit more efficient in that sense. Because when you have a workstation, you can give it the ability more than just being a PC itself, but you can also give it a you can also have it be practically like a NAS system as well. It'll be like your own server pretty much. I was um but yeah, that's what I would recommend if anything. If you're trying to save a bit of money and you don't need as much storage, then you can go that direction. When you're off stream, look in Discord general. Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. The AMD Aorus. I mean, I can. Oh, really? It looks just like it. That's. I mean, we could share it real quick. Let's see. Did the test include here? Oh yeah, conclude it. So we have our multi-core test, and it seems that it reached. That's multi-core. That can't be right. Do you see that, guys? So that says 2,258 points. That looks like a single core test. That seems like a single core test, right? But this is really a testing for throttling. So we're going to go ahead and run a single core test and see how well it does. Huh. Interesting. That's really low. I really doubt that's correct. Maybe it's the test that I'm doing, but I'm seeing 2,258 points. To be honest, I'm about these systems. I've been using in-house studio desktops, so I have never thought about what was inside them. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, so if that's the case, good vibes. Go with a. I think you would be pretty pleased with a Intel build. Intel with a NVIDIA GPU, and especially because you're not going to be using it for gaming anyway. You're just going to really look for the efficiency. You're going to for something like this, you're going to want to have like a little bit more VRAM because that would give you a bit more availability when you are doing creator models. And you just want to have actually a large set of RAM as much as you can. So you want to have, like, say, if you can get it, get the minimum is 64 gigabytes of RAM. You're going to want to have like an RTX 5070 Ti with, say, like a more than likely a 270K would do. I think that would do really well for you. I think so too, Weenie. This is what we needed. Do you think AMD's a bit nervous about Intel now? Do you think AMD's actually a little bit worried about them, or do you think they still put them like in the back burner, or is it like the tortoise and the hare type of situation? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think when it goes to next gen here, when it comes to Intel, I'm really curious to see what they pull off here. Yeah, exactly, and you can see it already. You could already see it. Oh, I apologize. I don't know if the hardware you can I still was hiding for me. I will run Intel no problem if they start whooping. I agree. I 100% agree. As long it's all about who's better in competition. You want what's best, right? If you want the best frames, you got to go with what's the better hardware. So Hidden Bull's completely right. There's no sense in being completely biased on one side. So you want to choose with the best. Doesn't matter how good it is. Like for example, if AMD came out like with this badass type of GPU where it can truly compete with something like NVIDIA's next generation card, which is supposed to be Rubin, if they really do compete well with RDNA 5, why not switch to AMD? I know there's a lot of stigma behind it because the people don't like the drivers or they don't like how it looks or something stupid like that. But of course, you want to go with the best performing hardware because if you do, then that always brings competition. There should always, it's like almost like a scale. What's up, LSG? What's going on? If you're building a high-end PC, but most people don't, so either one will work. LSG, he's our big moderator here for our Discord. Right now, we're just doing some benchmarks. We're doing single core benchmarks right now on Cinebench. But that's a really odd number. I wonder if it has to do with OBS being on. It's really low, I feel like. Now, oh, how are you liking Crimson? I got the code for it on for the 9070 XT, but I haven't installed it. I gotta install it to activate the code. And I wonder if and Hidden was nice enough to share. So if anyone has a 9950 XTRD, if you do own one, please go into Discord because he gave out some codes. Give a big shout out to again Hidden Bull for sharing these Crimson Desert codes, especially if you have it has to be a 9950 XTRD. You can try to use the code all you want on any other AMD system, but it's not going to work. It's just going to come back saying that you're not verified. So you want to make sure to have that hardware. You're liking it. I heard the updates were really good, like when it came to it. Also, I just found out that Intel made their own GPU. Yes, they have it. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that GPU. You don't want Intel's workstation. That's more like for if you're looking to do like more into AI. Like if you're into if that's what you're into. I can't afford the Blackwell. Yeah, no. Yeah, you don't have to spend that much. I have the 9800 X3D and need help with my BIOS. What's okay? What's going on with your BIOS? Yeah, I bet. You know, that's I do want to stream some more games for sure. I got to stream some more. And when I do, I'll definitely hit you guys up. I'll let you guys know in Discord as always. I set everything to default. Okay. So you just want best performance? Just enable XMP and that's it. Enable your XMP and you're pretty much good to go. Specifically, you're going to, what type of motherboard do you have? What is your motherboard? If you're trying to run best performance, most of the time all you have to do is set your XMP Expo. I'm thinking Intel right now. Set your Expo. Okay. So if that's the case, if you have an X870E Hero. So what you can do is you can enable your XMP profile. Now you're going to have two different ones. You're going to have, ASUS calls it, I believe it's their preferred profile. You have 1 and 2. You want to just go with 1 and see how it goes. Run a test. If all goes well, then you can enable your PBO. But before you don't adjust anything else, you don't have to adjust you don't have to adjust your curve optimization. You don't have to do any of that if you're worried about burning up your processor, if that's the case. Now you run tests on it to see how well it runs. And just monitor your processor and make sure that it does not go well over 1.3 volts at the most. Anything over that, then of course you can bring some risk when it comes to that processor. Use hardware monitor to watch it, and then from there you'll know if it's decent settings. Now, when I say test it, I don't mean just go in game and test it. I mean you have to really truly stress test it. And this is with, even though it's a PBO setting, it's nothing crazy, you have to make sure your system is stable. You want to make sure it's stable enough to be able to run. So test it and see how well it does. If it freezes, then obviously there's something wrong there. So again, you want to continuously stress test it. The most, I'd say the minimum during a stress test is at, I would say, the minimum for me would be 2 hours, no less. 9950 X3D2 versus 9800 X3D for gaming. Worth upgrading. No, not for gaming. I want to get it for gaming. I feel like that's going to be a disappointment. I will make an attempt to purchase this. If I manage to get it, I will run test. I will compare it to a 9800 X3D. And then from there, you can certainly make a decision. And you'll see how it's going to run. I know I say to wait to build a PC for when the AI bubble could pop, but I don't know. This could be 2 or 3 years of. And to tell you the truth, good vibes. It's always when it comes to PCs, and this happens every time. When it comes to PCs, there's always going to be something that is expensive. You ask anybody that built a PC, there's always one component that's going to be overpriced than the original release. Usually it's the GPU that ends up like skyrocketing. Wait till the NVIDIA 6000 series comes out. You're complaining about prices now? That's just going to end up being worse. I know it's going to be worse. And it's almost like there's nothing that can be really done about pricing going up. Sure, it can go down, but it's never going to reach that level to 2025 era, like back of August of 2025. Do you provide services that I want you to what for your BIOS? Are you looking for services for your BIOS? That's something I unfortunately can't help you do. That would have to be, there's no way I can connect to you to help you set up your BIOS. That you would have to be on your own, unfortunately. I think a lot of people feel like that. Hey, but I gotta be realistic here too. I'm just being realistic. Maybe it's good to have a little bit of. I look at it like this. It's good to have a little pessimism from this, because then when something good does happen, you can feel happy. You can feel that it actually did happen. So just, yeah, exactly. The 30 series, exactly. It can be way worse. Just like this was the perfect example. It was just, that was horrific. It was so bad that nobody could, it was impossible to actually get a GPU, a 30 series GPU. You would have to rely on the Newegg lottery pretty much to get one. Because right now I have a 5080 and the 9800 X3D. How much more performance does it help with having? I'll tell you what, when you run your test, run it on your default settings and start benching it and seeing and pull those numbers and average it out, see how well it compares to having PBO enabled. Now you can enable it again, just monitor it. It's honestly not too hard. If you're going to do this, make sure to have It's going to be called Hardware Info. Hardware Info 64. Download it and keep an eye on it. That's what's on the screen right now. That's what this black box is. So you want to just keep an eye on temperatures. That's it. Temperatures and voltage. Do you have any codes for the 9950X 3D? Do I have any codes? No. I wish I did. I'm still running. Oh, do you mean for Crimson Desert? That type of codes? Because if you're looking for Crimson Desert, there is some in Discord. Hidden Bull was nice enough to share it. If you do have a 9950X 3D. What's up, Southstar? We're just running tests right now on the 141. I think it's because we're testing throttling. Let's do this. We're going to turn this off. And now we're going to run a standard multi-core test. And see what happens. Out of curiosity. I'm sure this PC is loving me right now. So far, so good. It didn't freeze up in the benchmarks. I got the 5600X and the 9060 XT. Well, those are good. Those are great options. You're gaming on 2560, right? By 1080? Or do you mean 2560 by 1440? That's what you probably mean, right? That's what I think you mean, at least. Let's see. Really curious. So far, the maximum temperature, it doesn't really get that hot. I think this was, oh, MSI was live, really. What were they showing? Anything good from MSI? Yeah, 25. So you got 2560 by 1440 then. That's what I bet you have. 1080? That's such an odd resolution. Through 13. Oh, wait. No, you know what? I see it. I can imagine it. That's a very interesting monitor you have. Do I need to overclock it if I have a 5080? A 5080 and a 9800X 3D. Bam, guys. Please help out DS Vanessa. Help him out, please. This is his question. Now, there's nothing wrong with your question, but like I said, it's completely unnecessary if you're not a competitive gamer. Most people that overclock are looking to beat records. That's what the key is. Sure, you can get more frames, but it's not going to be life-changing. New motherboard, I think it was. It's crazy to me that MacBooks and iMacs used to be expensive, but now most gaming, yeah, I agree. You know, the crazy thing is one GPU, one NVIDIA RTX 5090 can buy you a MacBook Pro practically. Isn't that insane? Okay, so we got 2287. 2287, guys, for the multi-core test. That was once again, I'm going to run single core once again here. I guess it's because they don't use the multiplier anymore. So it makes me really curious here. They're saying it's more comparable to like the Apple M1 Max. Get better. CL38, you think's destroying it. Oh, really? Here. I'm going to switch over to Discord, guys, so you guys can really see. I'll share with you guys. So, let me see. Go into Discord. To find it, you go under gaming. Right here. It's right here. Those are the codes. So if you have a 9850X3D, I mean 9950X3D, you can get it there. Yeah, it's beating the M1 so far. Isn't that pretty wild? That's pretty impressive. That's pretty good, actually. So again, go into Discord, you go to the gaming server. If you don't know how to get there, go to the rules side. Rules are up here. Go to the rules. They're going to be up here, right on the top. You see, under server boost, you're going to see rules. Click rules, and when you click rules, you just hit the green check mark, and that will allow you to see all the servers. So once you hit that, you have access to all these servers that are right here. Yes, it seems that I am, because that's a majority people are voting for. Chris, tell that guy. Yes. What's up, Aviation? If I remember correctly, the 270K was only beat by 2 or 3 CPUs. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. We'll switch back over here. One thing I got to figure out, I noticed that there's a slight buzzing sound from the front of it. Wonder if there's like, I'll look into it later. I think I know what it is. I get it so I can film it too. I'm not an Apple guy, but now that we are doing benchmarks on CPUs, I've heard that Apple new CPU chips, yeah, that they are really good. I have to admit, when I edit my videos, some of my videos that I edit are usually on actually a MacBook Pro. They run very well. What do I think of Asia horses? It's hard to say. I don't know why, but I've always thought, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen from Asia Horse, I have always felt, personally to me, that they've been a little bit sketch. They were comparing the prices. I could see that. It's about who has the bigger price. That was oh, really? Man, now it makes me want to retest the whole, excuse me. Makes me want to retest the Ryzen 9800 X3D to see how well it runs now. And wait till we get the 9950 X3D too. I'm really curious to see the type of numbers that it pulls. But the thing is, what throws me off too about the 9950 X3D is the second iteration of it is that you still have limited RAM. Is it supposed to compete with Nova Lake with the 52 cores? But again, the cores are pretty much the same. It's no different. It's not like it has more cores as dual V-cache. That's the biggest difference. Yes, exactly. 9950 X3D is like $600. And then if you go for the 9950 X3D 2, you're spending $950 to $1,000 on a processor. Not yet. I have not attempted to undervolt the 270K. Yes, I agree. I bet it's going to perform very well in gaming. Oh, really? For the aesthetics? Usually, I gotta say, like, if you're thinking of aesthetics wise, Lanely makes great cables. Lanely does have actually decent cables. I'm not just saying that because they sent the PC case. I'm saying that their quality is really awesome. Like, if you look at their PSUs, they're top notch. 9950 fan favorite. I know. It's funny because out of the polls, you've seen the polls, right, guys? Like, actually, I'll go on YouTube. I'll show it to you guys. Feel free to go on YouTube and vote. I can put up the poll here, but so far, the average, I gotta say, from what I've seen at least, was that most people are wanting to do the whole 9950X 3D2 type of build here. And this is going to be on, it's kind of funny because it's going to end up on an ASRock Wi-Fi 7 motherboard, a B850 at that. If anything, I'll probably swap out the processors and put it in the X870E Crosshair Hero. Not here. Let's see. Yeah, it would make more sense like in a board like this, but thank you for joining the Discord. Let me go here. Let me switch to the profile. So you go to the post, and if you go to the post side on my YouTube channel, if you scroll about like 3 posts down, you can vote. And there was 96 votes. Thanks for following. Appreciate Farku. Now, if you go ahead and check it out here, I'll show it. This is what it looks like. So 96 people voted. I also put it on Twitter, and I also asked the polls last week on stream live. 9950X 3D2 is winning. So they do want to see this thing go into a B850 ASRock Wi-Fi 7, which is interesting. Wonderful. I'm not surprised. That sounds like you, Squeeze. So if you want to put the vote in, let me know what your vote will be. But so far we have 96 votes on this. So make sure to check it out. Check out the polls. And let me know what you think. And I'll switch right back over to here. So we're running the full single test as it's working. So yeah, Lian Lee's awesome. I gotta say, like, when it comes to quality, like, you've seen how nice it is, how easy they do make it when it comes to building your PCs here. And big shout out against for Adara, XPG, and of course Gigabyte for making this build possible for the 5070 Ti. We're going to run like game test on it soon. I just got to download the games into it. Once we got the games downloaded, we can do it. Did that say 648? What's that saying? That's not correct. Oh. But yeah, so right now we're just doing that single core test. As you can see, when it comes to the X870, not X870, when it comes to the Z890 with the 270K plus, as high, it's look how low the voltages are. I mean, look how efficient this thing is. It's insane. It's not even hitting 1 volt, and we're stressing it. That's pretty wild. And then it's like when it goes to core temperatures, on average, it's not even like stressing on the single. It's like hitting 39 and 40. It's and also when you take a look at its maximum temperature, it says it hits 88, which I doubt. The closer number that we've all been seeing average wise is like closer to the 70s range, like 72, 73. And then if you take a look at its average temperature, when it comes to core temperatures, it's at 50, and the CPU package, which is the most important, only went up as high as 64 degrees. So that's really low for a processor. And we're pushing it on Cinebench. So the 270K is solid so far. I'm just really curious to see how well it performs in game. Now, of course, we're going to run the same test once we once I have once we test it on the 9800 X3D, see how well it runs. Of course, we'll compare it next to that 9950 X3D2, and we'll also do gaming benchmarks on them as well. And unfortunately, right now, I'll switch back to this screen in a bit. I'm going to go over to the browsing side here, and we're going to go to Micro Center. Maybe I'm hoping to be able to get my hands on it this way, and unfortunately, they do not have it this way. Include out of stock items. Well, unfortunately, they don't have it. We could try to look on Google to see if we have anything here on the shopping end. The only one that has it so far. Let's try Adorama. They probably have it for the same price, I feel like. So we're checking this out as the 270K is under its stress test. Oh, I hate going to this website. I forgot I don't like going to here. It always has issues with the dark reader. All right, let me go on B&H again. All right, so we're going in. They have it. Newegg, I don't think so. Nope, not yet. Oh wow, they actually got the 9850 XTD for under 500 bucks. 9950 XTD. But they don't have it. There goes the Threadripper 9970X. Oh, it sounds like the test just stopped. Let's go check it. Go check out the single core processing, see how well it has done. And little delay. Let me check. Let me check back here. Okay, just finished 141 points. So I'm assuming they used that multiplier, the 16.2. So let me see. But it makes it really interesting. That's pretty good, actually. So it actually beats out the M1 Max, even the M1 Ultra, and the 5800X, which is the 8-core processor. And so it's much more energy efficient. So if you're looking for a bit more energy efficiency, this is the way to go. Plus, if you're looking to game on it, which reminds me, I got to get my 2 terabyte drive and pretty much transfer all my Steam titles on there, so that way we can actually upload it onto this PC. I'm really curious to see how well gaming wise, how well it works. I was thinking of getting the 5070 Ti, and yes, I know it's outrageous price jump for extra 4 VRAM, but yes, gamer's perspective, yes. But for VRAM is important, especially for your use when it comes to more of animation. You're going to need it. Hello, you're in short mode. Is it on purpose? Oh, you have to go into the other stream. If you see the short mode, there's 2 streams. I got the short mode, and I do have like the regular widescreen. Thank you. Yeah, that's the course. This is Corsair's K70. It's awesome keyboard. I love it. The aesthetics of this build is just beautiful. There's one thing I got to figure out on this thing too, which I'll figure out later. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Tony. For the K70, originally it was, I think I got it for $90, $90 or $100. Oh, you saw my camera. How do you see my? Oh, the camera on the video. I actually use a Sony A7S III. It's this one right here. This is the one that I use like when it comes to for production usage. If you guys are curious, the Sony A7S III. It just has a cage on it right now. with, of course, I have to have the top handle on it. It's a small rig cage, so it was actually a really decent deal for it, like $50 to add one to the camera. But definitely worth it. I love it. Thank you. It's a great camera. It's done phenomenal over the years, I gotta say. Like if I ever had to replace it, they Sony just better come out with the A7S4. That's all I gotta say. There's no way I can switch after coming from an A7S3 and its ultra low light capabilities. It's really hard for me to switch over to something like an A7 uh to like an A7 V or something, or even the A7R5. What's up, Nitheria? Welcome in. Thank you for joining in. You can also feel free to ask any questions that you like. If there's any specific test you would love to see the 270K, feel free to let me know. I'm actually just about to check out the different tests that I usually run here. Let me see. I keep everything like on a spreadsheet, so that way I kind of keep everything pretty much the same. Let's see. There we go. I do. I have a dog. Let's see. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? But that's more of a, I feel like that's more of a graphical test here. We'll do Blender. We'll run Blender. That's what we can do. Oh, Lumix are great to shoot. I have so many friends that actually use Lumix cameras. But my friend has the S3 and oh, really? He's chilling right now. If I get the camera, I actually got to hook up the camera to him. Once I get the chance, I will. I'll put him onto the stream. For the artist guy, definitely go with the Intel and NVIDIA. Consider cheaper RTX Pros. I was able to get a 4500. Really? That's actually impressive that you were able to get it for that pricing. That is true. That is a good point. Every time I buy a monitor, they come out with a better. It's always like that. It's annoying. It's really hard to come out because I don't know if you guys saw it, but LG actually came out with another 5K, 2K monitor. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you do a wonderful line of work then. Dealing with dogs. I'm sure you deal more than just dogs and cats, I bet. Actually, what we're going to do is download Blender here. So right now I'm just going to load up Blender and see us run a test on it. So I'm just downloading Blender. There we go. We'll run some Blender tests. How's that sound? Oh, really? You know, I know someone that actually deals with a friend who has a friend that does veterinary services. They usually do horses pretty often. I have so many monitors. I'm running at 4 32-inch monitors on this computer, and I'm running 27 on 34. Let me switch over here to just chatting side. There you go, guys. So if you want to have some fun, try to use iGPU on your cam. Oh yeah, you know what's funny? Like during the Intel updates, it kept asking me, "Do I want that there's an update for the processor?" I'm like, "Okay, sure, cool." And as you know, like any of the K processors, unless it's KF, they have integrated graphic. So the graphics, it recommended to upgrade with the Intel Arc graphical firmware, which I completely denied. Makes no sense if you're using a GPU at this point. If you want, but yeah, that's pretty fun. That is pretty funny though. The 32-inch 4K. You know, RGB stripe's gonna be like the newest big thing. Watch. No, 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 it's okay. We don't mind it here. We always go off topic here. Let's see. So we're gonna start a benchmark. Here we go. We got another benchmark coming up. And let me just switch up this screen here. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, wait. I just realized that. There we go. And now I just got to switch it up here, actually. That's what I got to do. Give me a second, guys. Just going to swap up the screen here. That's fine. We're going to switch this to here. There you go. It's going to be a tiny screen right now. We're going to use Blender. See how well it benchmarks. So I got it for sale for $800. I honestly like the Alienware one. Really? Wow. Which one did you... Oh, yeah. Feel free to join. No, I do not. I do not have kids. Have kids. There you go. So, 32 gigabytes, and it's actually new gen G7, yes. Of course, because G7 is going to have much more faster bandwidth. So that's the biggest advantage you can have if you take advantage of G7. What's up, Egyptian? You excited for all those gamers that are going to get 9950X3D too? Over a new GPU? Let's see. Another program. Try. Now, sorry about that. Just making sure I clear up the area, make sure nothing gets in the way. Favorite dog? Hard to say. I don't really have a favorite dog. Also, obvious for me personally, I love old dogs. I've always had I had Norwegian Elkhounds. I had right now I have a miniature Schnauzer mix. Yeah, Jack Russells are cool too. You know, my neighbor has a Jack Russell. In fact, French bulls are underrated too, I feel. Oh, I'll just ignore it at this point. Currently dying on my laptop till I get a new one, but oh, that's rough. That's absolutely rough. I have a German Shepherd Husky mix. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's gotta look like an amazing dog. Oh, so Monster got 273.15. And we got Junk Shop that hit 205.56 and Classroom at 148.57. Now, I actually got numbers I can compare it to, which is the 7950 XRD. So if you guys are curious about that, let me see. Let me pull that up, actually. So on the 70, I keep a record of everything that I test. So on the, or did it get lost? Let me see here. Okay, so again, this was on at 6,000 megahertz of 9800 X3D. On Blender, I'll get this. On Blender, it got 233.67 compared to 273. So actually, until 270K beat out the 9800 X3D in Blender. Junk Shop, 166.16 on the 9800 X3D. And you have 205.56. And Classroom got 114.25 versus 148.57. So actually, yeah, 270K beats out on Blender. Cinebench wise, this is based on R23, which is a different model. The model that we used was Cinebench R24. Unfortunately, R24 is a bit different on how they count or how they score. All right. This guy. See you later, bud. Or I'll just... There you go. Blender 200, these words hurt me. I'm getting like... That's got to be rough. Yeah, again, Cinebench R23. Cinebench R23 here. Different type of scale that to use. Another one that we have to do is we can run a quick heaven. Big Brother's coming. Do you want to run Jetstream? Jetstream's like a pretty basic test, but it gives you an idea of how it runs functionally. Let's see. Jetstream's more of like an online benchmark. Right here, Jetstream. Okay, so I'm going to run Jetstream. And there you go. And I'll move this over. There you go, guys. So we'll see what type of numbers that we pull out of this. This should be pretty quick. It should run pretty quick. Oh yeah, that's definitely a painful experience. I have the 285K. I'm hoping that they come out with 290 plus, but it's not looking good. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, the build? You want to check it out? Actually, you guys can take a look at it. Gotta take a quick break here for a second. All right, guys, I am back. So in Jetstream 373 is the total score. So I might RAM again. Yes. I see build a LG 1851 as required to have great RAM. Yes. It would be awesome to be able to get decent RAM. It would make a large difference. Absolutely. As AMD doing things with high latency, but LGA 1700, it requires 4 DIMMs to make it work. So, if you're curious about the Jetstream, it actually scores 9800 X3D scores at 249.71, as Jetstream here scores at 373. So there's quite the difference there. So we're seeing some differences here. I could put Cinebench R23 on here to see how it would run, compare, to see how it compares at least. Let me see. So what I'll do, switch back over here. Let's see, on the browsing side. So this is what I have, like from the originally it was written as 7950 X3D, but I haven't updated. Let me see. Cinebench R23 download. Man, 2024 is so completely different on their version here. So we'll let that download. Hopefully it downloads. Seems like it stops halfway for some reason. With Intel, it's not the socket that changes so much, it's the chipset with the new CPU. Oh, that's wonderful. Here we go. All right, so I'm trying to set this up so we can get Cinebench numbers here. Now this is going to be based on R23. I will run R24 on the 9800 X3D to see what type of numbers that we get out of it. I'm also curious to see how well it does against the 9950 X3D too, if we manage to get our hands on it. That will be installed on the, it's going to be on this wonderful motherboard. Where is it? I think it's put away actually. But it's an ASRock B850. That's the motherboard. That's the processor that that it'll actually be in. So we're gonna have to give it a second as it downloads here. Of course, hopefully it downloads pretty quick. So I'm just curious, how many people here are willing to get the 9950 X3D too? Are you willing to go get it? I just found out the motherboard I'm forced to use DDR5 RAM. The crazy thing is DDR4 RAM is not that much more cheaper. I feel like the pricing is not that, it does not differ that much more, right? But I have the 9800. See, oh, it wouldn't make sense. These are just straight processor numbers here. I do want to throw some other stuff on this system, like Heaven, and see how well it runs on Heaven. But so far, I've been pretty impressed with it. Hopefully, you guys have been pretty excited for this whole 270K as well. Maybe this could finally be a return of Intel for once. Not at the price that they're asking. I would rather have 3950X. Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people would. They would prefer getting an actual Threadripper if that's the case. Gas Out's not playing. He's planning to get it. So far, I know he's one of the. I just wonder how hard it's actually going to be. If the demand's actually going to be high for it. I have a feeling it's going to be. Either that or it's just going to seem like it's high because all the scalpers will pretty much go after it. They know this whole 9950X 3D2 is coming out. And that's the problem here. They think that's like the easiest way. They can pretty much make some quick money. But if you do plan on getting a 9950X 3D2 in person, make sure to be there when the store opens. I'm hoping Micro Center has it, like pretty much immediately when we're there. Let me see. We got another member of Discord here. I'm so. Oh. I see Tony set up. That's nice. There's the one. Wow, you got quite the hookup. Make sure to join Discord to check it out. Oh. I thought about the 9950 X3D2 for my second PC, but too much money. I feel like it's really, I do agree, it's quite expensive. It's almost there, guys. It's downloading from the Microsoft Store, so it's just, of course, it takes a bit more time. There we go. But this is still the newer version, it looks like. This is 2026, guys. So this is actually R26. See if this runs any different here. So we'll run a quick test. All right, so we'll run a multi. Okay, so what we'll do, let me swap over here so you guys can see it. And I sold my dog. You sold your dog and cat to get RAM. I don't know how extreme people would go. So this is the 2026 version here. So this is R26. We're going to move this. Right there for you guys. So we're going to run a multi-core setup. We're just going to run just strictly the CPU. See what type of numbers that we get. Tony's, thank you for being a member once again. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, I could certainly get a streamer set. Yeah, let's see how this goes. It should back up quite a bit, be like right here. The streamer wire is definitely like worth getting. It would make it look. Can you imagine how nice it will look? I had to go with the blue aesthetic because of it being an Intel build. Feel like it makes perfect sense. How you guys like the RGB setup? Little slight purple in it. Yeah, bluish purple. I'm really curious where it's going to get it. This is going to run the full 10-minute test. Interesting. And we also have newer processors that it's also comparing to, like such as the 285K is on this list. And then it seems the 285K was able to pull up to 9,132 as the average. And then you see even the Threadripper's 2990WX 32-core processor gets 44,000. Isn't it wild though? Like when you just take a look at these processors that used to be like the top of the line, and now it's like comparing to like a $300 processor practically, like a $320 or $350 processor now. But we'll find out what the end result is. This will actually be a good way to pretty much end this stream, to figure out what this number is. Look at the 14900KF. One day a Core Ultra 3 will be it. Yeah, it is true. Eventually, that will happen. And 14900KF is like the, I gotta say, the marvel of its generation. You found someone selling 64 Kingston Fury Beast DDR5 RAM for only what? Has to be. You know what it is? They probably got it during that whole because Micro Center was doing that deal. Is it? My question is, you have to find out if it's ECC type of memory, because if it is, that they were taking advantage of that whole deal with Micro Center, where you can get that whole kit. I think Waffle Skater's right. They'll have. I hope not. Well, if that happens again, if this happens again, what Waffle Skater says here about having it pre-installed in a motherboard combo kit, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what's? I really like the fact that Micro Center gave you the freedom of pretty much getting the hardware you want, but putting everything. I get it. I get you want to try to upsell your kits, but you're don't do this. You're going to end up losing your focus. I would expect at least 1,000. So far, we got 6 minutes. Less than 6 minutes. 6 minutes, guys, until we find out what type of numbers that it pulls. So far, it seems like it's already exceeding. Like, look at 285K, guys. It's already exceeding it. Oh, I know they're pissed. So far, it's hitting between just over the 285K. I think that's pretty funny. And this processor is about roughly, you can say like almost 2 years newer, right? Close to 2 years newer than the 285K. I'm sorry, could you please check out my setup? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can check it out while it's testing. We might as well while it's benching. Let's see. It's only one game that uses up my RAM. Oh, which game is it? Don't tell me it's Call of Duty. I know Call of Duty does that. Notice on our other channel. For Is yours... Did you set it under PC? Let me see. Battle stations. Hey, Tony, where did you set your Star Citizen? No, this isn't... We're Cinebenching now, not doing a whole Star Citizens yet. Oh, really? Or is it Star Citizens that is that game that ends up taking up all the RAM? That would be pretty funny if it was. In general, so okay. I'm so and yours is with the 4 monitors, right? That's pretty wild. That's pretty dope. I like it. I like your setup. And you also have one in the front room. Is your on-screen chat made for vertical stream? Is at least... Oh, really? Oh, let me see. Yeah, I think it is, but I gotta make it bigger. I gotta probably make adjustments to it. Is it that off? Yeah, I guess that's the biggest I can do it. Let me know if that helps any. So literally what I seen on my own message was, is your own... Oh, really? Oh, that's crazy. Let me try. I'll definitely mess with it later for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. On the... Nope, not this. Thought I locked this. Everything but this. Oh wait, I'm on the vertical side. Right here. So weird how that is. Yeah, I see what you mean. It says... That's... Oh, okay. Maybe I just set it like this. I'm gonna start setting everything like this. I think it makes it more clear. I put ZenCap. I put ZenCap on when things get difficult and make things better. I like your setup, Tony. It's pretty sick. Where's it at? There it goes. Does anyone know or if Gigabyte B850 or its Elite Wi-Fi 7 ICE motherboard is worth the money? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a great motherboard to go with. If you want to go Oris, that's definitely a good choice, a good option to go. Oris Elite's a decent one to actually pick out. I neither have it or have an opinion on it. So just, oh. I'll try to, you know what I got to do? I want to figure out how to, I'll figure it out. Because I do want to try to stretch it out a bit here. I'll mess with that later. Looks solid now? Okay, good. That's the biggest thing I gotta face with this thing. Resident Evil 9, the time is coming around. I do want to replay that game too. I want to replay that game with you guys. So we got 5 seconds left till this test is over. And we officially have And you see the hottest it's reached was roughly about like 74 degrees this whole time. I don't know where it gets these weird maximum temperatures numbers at, but again, that's all like temperature spikes there. Yeah, let me know if it does. I wonder if it's gonna draw a blank. It should. Okay. Okay, good. How do I get other live streams? I'm only seeing one on this phone, and I see my friend Steven. Oh. You go into my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page and go to the live side, and pick the one where it shows the flame instead of the phone when it goes into the stream. So the phone side is for more the verticals, and the flame is the one with more for horizontals. Yeah, 74 on average. It's Celsius. Definitely not Fahrenheit. It would be amazing if that was Fahrenheit. Yes. Yeah, that's what I want to go after too. So, okay, so for the test, we got 9,254. Very impressive. Now that's comparing to a Intel Core Ultra 9285K. So it beats it out by almost 400 points. And then the Apple M3 Ultra is the only one that truly beats it. But then again, you're trying to go up against an Ultra. That's actually really impressive. I gotta say, that's pretty impressive for a desktop. Yes. What's up, user? Yes, that we will do. So, oh, awesome. I think to gift membership by, oh, that was nice. Out of all of them, squeeze. That's kind of funny. How many watts? Very little. I mean, take a look. Like at the wattage, we're only pulling about like at the minimum volt. So when it comes to, but if you're curious about the 270, the 270K, 270K only pulls like about like 125 watts base wattage. That's it. It does not get hot. But if you really push it, apparently it can go up to 250 watts. If you really, really push it. But we'll definitely run more tests on it. It's an RTX 5070 Ti that's in here. And if you guys haven't checked out the build, make sure you do. It's on the channel. It's up. So make sure to check out the build. See how it was put together. It's a really wonderful build. Oh, it gets hot. Very hot. With lights and with two PCs running, it gets hot. It's like it builds up a lot of heat in here. I love my 5080, but I honestly enjoy myself in front room more playing. I get it. So, fam guys, I'm going to work on this upcoming video about doing benchmarks and everything. I will keep you up to date. We will work on trying to get this 9950X3 D2 together. As if everyone is familiar already, that the new time for streaming is going to be 10 o'clock on Saturdays for members, and 10:30 will be the open start time for everybody else to come into the chat. So, FanBab guys, thank you guys so much for joining in. Hopefully you had a lot of fun with the benchmarks. Definitely look forward into doing much more testing here. But if you have any questions, feel free. Is Cyberpunk running? That's what I'm going to find out. I'm going to load games into it very, very soon. We will see. Have a great night, and thank you, everybody, for being part of the wonderful channel. And make sure, yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check out the video. The video is up if you're curious about how this 270K is put together. Thanks again, everybody, and have a wonderful night. And see you guys Saturday. Thank you. Thank you, Waffle Skater. Thank you, Z-Man. Thank you, Tony, Steven, Southstar. I thank all of you guys. User, Of course, I'm happy he came in. Good vibes. I'm glad you came in. Of course, Wasabi, Dare D, Gas Out, of course, Z-Man. Thank you all